Hello and welcome to this amazing series, a blockbuster from Sky Education. Summer is here, and if you're like me, wondering what to do and spend time with your kids, here is a collection of some movies you love watching with your kids. And I call it Summer Superstar. 5 best movies to watch with your kids. The ages I'm looking for is my own daughters, 6 years to 12 years as an average. And remember, the word best is very subjective. What is best to me may not necessarily be what you like, but hopefully as you watch, rewatch, understand these movies, you'll develop your own list or perhaps go and watch some of these better. Because at the end of the day, what are movies really? They're refreshing and entertaining. You absorb a lot of things as you reflect and associate things around movies. They're also inspiring and we learn about the world around us. So are you ready? The genres I've picked up is nature, fantasy, adventure and drama. And I'll be taking up 5 best movies in each of the genres. So hopefully you'll have a vast collection of movies to watch on Netflix and from your local CD operator on each of this. You haven't watched them, make sure you watch it and you give me your list. I can add them for your next summer or winter collection. So what's so special about nature? You see the world around us, the animals, the birds, the insects. It's so beautiful. They teach us what life is all about. So I've taken up my 5 best all around the world of animals. I hope you and your kids will have a great time with your popcorns. Get ready. My first movie for the Nature's collection is this, A Dog's Purpose. It's a book's adoption and as always have done great justice if the movie is good. So this is a story of a dog that thus discovers the true purpose of its life through 4 reincarnations over the course of 4 decades as it bonds with 4 new owners. Well, A Dog's Purpose is a delightful movie. There's a little pup out there, a stray puppy named Toby, which is found wanting, and she, or rather he here, is taken up by the owner, and how the entire journey begins. There you have almost like an autobiographical story of this boy and a dog, Bailey as the boy is, how they grow up, what's the lessons you learn from it. It's beautiful. They go on cycling, hiking, the first romance, and then as you grow older, wow, the dog is reunited with the owner. And I love the movie because with the kids, I was able to look at the different breeds of dog. So the first one was a stray mongrel puppy named Toby. Then you found out the golden retriever. That is the main character called Bailey. You had a German shepherd police dog named Ellie. And there was a Welsh corgi. And finally the St. Bernard shepherd dog, which finally returned to the owner and was renamed Bailey. A lovely movie, lot of lessons to learn. Overall, you'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll smile, and you will perhaps know your purpose when you see A Dog's Purpose. So what are my quick lessons I can learn from it? First one, love. Number 2, you can talk about life and death, minus the reincarnation, but it's so beautiful part where death is, the first dog is euthanized. One of the, I think it's the Alsatian or the German Shepherd dog who is shot dead, and yet you find a little consolation that you may come back. You will find joy in other animals, and also a little bit gender sensitivity in a funny way, where the first male dog is reincarnated as a female. I give 90% of Wiki stars, these are Google stars you can get to this Dog's Purpose, a lovely, refreshing movie. So, from the world of dog, let's dive into the ocean. And the second movie is Dolphin Tale. It's a lovely movie about an unusual friendship, about a dolphin which is almost hurt. So she is actually trapped in a crab's net. And as she is able to be rescued, she loses her tail, which is the most important organ for a dolphin to survive, to swim, to hunt. And most of the time, a dolphin without a tail would die in the nature. So this young boy, Sawyer, is actually going to this dolphin aquarium and finds the dolphin being all alone. He himself, being a lonely boy, tries to rescue the dolphin on an ambitious project to give dolphin a prosthetic tail. You get great scientists coming in. It's an unusual story, but it's a story of great courage. The dolphin actually plays her own part. She is Winter, the real dolphin who actually lost her trail, and how she adopted, she recovered, and almost miraculously she learned how to eat fish on her own, almost about 12 pounds. The story also has, the Sawyer's young cousin who is a marine who loses his leg as an athletic champion swimmer, loses the hope of life. But when he sees Winter the dolphin look at it, he accepts prosthetic arm, and really it's a lovely, lovely conservation story. So one of the lessons I can take from Dolphin Tale is about ocean conservation, about your own willpower, about what plastics can do, what happens to animal, and then finally never ever ever give up. I give it 93% of Wiki rating, a summer superstar. It should be a must watch on your list. Right then, what's the third movie? The third movie is a universal favorite, The Life of Pi. So what's the story about? It's a strange story. It's an amazing story. The buzz that the movie created. If you haven't watched it on the big screen, try to have a big amphitheater in your house. Watch it because the movie deserves all the applause it can get. This is the story of Pi Patel, a young boy who and his parents owned a zoo in some remote Tamil Nadu, and now they are transporting all the animals to United States. On the way there's a shipwreck and all the animals are drowned, and Pi finds himself in a small lifeboat with few friends as companions. So there is a zebra, a hyena, an orangutan, and of all the animals, a tiger. It's a great movie where the animals fight with each other. There is an adventure going on. There are whales jumping out, and there are flying fishes coming from nowhere. The storms are there. He lands up on an isolated island with meerkats all across. It's an amazing, almost surreal story of this young boy and the tiger who's fondly called Richard Parker. Boy, what an amazing story. The lessons you learn from it, I give the highest rating of 95% to it. It's about survival. Number one, you survive against all odds. And then it's a story about learning to coexist. A man-eating Bengal tiger living with a vegetarian young boy. I cannot think of a greater example, a metaphor of a current situation. Let's learn to live together. Life of Pi is a lesson in itself. The fourth movie isn't so popular, but one amazing movie on the story of huskies who are left alone in Antarctica, called 8 Below. Of course, 8 Below is referring to the temperature all across in Antarctica, harsh winter, where there is a group of Jerry is heading an expedition, and because of very heavy sandstorm, he's forced to abandon his mission. The base where he leaves the base, and along with it, he leaves different 8 husky dogs. Now these are dogs which have to survive bitter winter all alone. There is no one to tend for, there is no one they can run for, and these dogs become one pack. It's a story in frozen wilderness of a 6 months battle in the frozen icy lake, no food, fatigue coming in, some of the dangerous, one of the best scenes in the movie is the fight with a leopard seal, and these dogs, how they help each other, how the courage they find in. Believe me, you'll fall in love with huskies if you haven't fallen in love already, looking at the cute faces and the survival manners. What are my lessons I learned from it? Of course, courage. And then there is hope. Never lose hope. And the love, the friendship the dogs display for each other and their owners. I give a 92% rating for this summer watch and freezing winter story tale of these amazing huskies across. Right then, what's the last story? What animal I'm going to introduce? I've already told you about 2 dog stories. I have given a whole story about 2 water stories, one a tiger and of course a dolphin. Here is a tail, and you can see a spotted cheetah. This is a story called Duma, and Duma Duma is a young story about a South African boy's friendship with an orphan cheetah. They are living in a jungle side where this cheetah is found very almost under the car. The father picks up, tends for it, care for it. The cheetah is like a pet cat in the house, and this name, the word Duma, is actually the Swahili name for cheetah. Lovely tales about why the cheetah have long black marks, the tear marks as they call it, and the boy's father dies owing to a disease, and he's relocating to a city not before he wants to send this cheetah Duma into the jungle with his own mates. And that's the struggle that he has, where cheetah is run rioting in the city, almost hector Schechter. The boy finds his own, this animal, this pet, and they go on expedition, and finally through the deserts and the volcanoes and the mountains, cheetah finds his own mate. It's almost a story about returning what belongs to nature in its rightful place. Duma is a very, very different tale. I love the story for a lot of lessons we can talk about. One of them is anti-poaching. What happens when you kill the mothers and the fathers, the parent, and the young animals are orphaned? Of course, it will develop a love of nature and a sense of adventure. You would love to get out and go around shooting with your cameras these birds and incredible animals. 90% rating to this animal story, Duma. So here we are. All are 5 stories. Let me know how much you enjoyed, what you agree, what you don't. I would love to hear. There's some notable mentions. I haven't spoken about any bird story. There is a story about geese going home. Fly Away Home is a lovely story. An old tale about a friendship between dog and cat when they're returning home called Homeward Bound, and a perennial favorite of horses called Black Stallion. Another quick ones is Black Beauty. I haven't spoken a lot about horses because I've done an entire session on horse stories, so you check that out. Another orca, the black and white whale story called Free Willy. That's something you must watch. And a little senior adult watching called Tracks, which is about a girl or a woman who takes 4 lovely camels across the Australian desert. These are the stories in the genre animal and nature. Hope you enjoy. Log on to skyeducation.in, see what's happening around, look at our YouTube videos, and thank you so much for being a lovely audience. I hope to see you more often for our second and third and fourth genres. Till then, take care and keep your popcorns ready.